In 2019, Vietnam recorded a GDP growth rate of 7.03% despite growing strategic competition in the region and the world. This is the second straight year it has fulfilled all 12 targets set by the National Assembly, including a record trade surplus of $9.94 billion, low budget overspending, and inflation under 3%. This is also the fourth consecutive year inflation has been kept under 4%. Notably, Vietnam jumped 10 places in the World Economic Forum's annual Global Competitiveness Report, becoming the most improved nation in the rankings. On September 23rd, the Politburo issued Regulation 205 out of the Control of Power in Person Network, which identifies acts of illegal lobbying for promotion and covering up and abetting illegal lobbying for promotion. As preparations are being made for all-level party congresses towards the 13th National Party Congress, the implementation of Regulation 205 will have select qualified personnel with sufficient capacity and reputation for the leadership apparatus in the coming tenure. On December 9th, the National Public Service Portal was officially put into use, marking an important milestone in the implementation of an e-government that centers on people and businesses. By going to a single address and using a single account, people and businesses can access all public service portals at ministerial and provincial levels to handle public services online, follow procedure assessment processes, assess settlements, and send feedback regardless of time or place. On June 7th, at the 73rd session of the UN General Assembly, Vietnam won the support of 192 out of the 193 UN members to become a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council for the 2020 to 2021 term. This result showed the international community's trust and high evaluation of the country's active and responsible contributions to the UN. With a record of 98 gold, 85 silver, and 105 bronze medals, beyond the target of at least 65 gold medals, Vietnam ranked second at the 30th Southeast Asian Games, SEA Games 30, that took place in Philippines from November 30th to December 11. Particularly in football, the men's under-22 team won the gold medal for the first time, while the women's national team obtained their sixth at the tournament. Hanoi was chosen as the venue for the second U.S. Democratic People's Republic Korea Summit on February 27 to 28th. By ensuring the thoughtful and safe organization of the event, Vietnam demonstrated itself as a responsible nation, helping to guide international relations and actively contributing to global and regional peace. The country was once again recognized as a safe, impressive, and hospitable destination that has sufficient condition and experience to host big international events. On October 23rd, 39 people were found dead in a refrigerated container truck in Essex County, northeast of London, the United Kingdom. Shortly after all the victims had been identified as Vietnamese, the government directed competent agencies to take all appropriate citizen protection measures to bring them home. The identification, citizen protection, and transportation of the victims' bodies and ashes were carried out in a humanitarian spirit and in line with international law, as well as the laws and customs of Vietnam and the UK. On February 19th, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development officially reported the first ever appearance of African swine fever in Vietnam. This is a dangerous disease with no vaccine or treatment currently available. The whole political system has taken drastic actions to fight the epidemic. By mid-December,
Nearly 6 million pigs weighing over 342,800 tons have been killed, accounting for about 9% of total hoofs nationwide. The epidemic has led to pork shortage, pushing pork prices up in the final months of the year.
A factory fire at the Rạng Light Source and Vacuum Flash JSC in Thanh Xuân District, Hanoi, released 15.1 kg to 27.2 kg of mercury into the environment. Waste dumping that polluted the Songdao Water Investment JSC resulted in a clean water crisis in many districts of Hanoi for many days. Serious air pollution in big cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City has negatively impacted people's health and living environment. Authorities failed to respond in a timely manner.
In 2019, disciplinary measures and criminal punishments have been considered and issued for many party organizations and senior officials found guilty of committing violations, including a former deputy prime minister, former ministers, incumbent and former deputy ministers, vice secretaries of provincial party committees, chairpersons of provincial people's committees, incumbent and former secretaries of party committees, former executives of state-owned enterprises. The strict handling of party cadres and organizations that committed violations has continued to affirm the party's viewpoint that there are no off-limit zones in the fight against corruption and negative phenomena, while reflecting the resolve to ensure party discipline and regain and consolidate the people's trust.